Have you ever felt like you're living your life on repeat? Like you're stuck, and every day is just a blur of waking up tired, rushing through your day, and collapsing at night, only to do it all over again? That was Ethan Hayes. At 27, he was living in a state of later. He'd fix his health later. He'd start that business idea later. He'd stop wasting his nights scrolling on his phone. Later, but later never seemed to come. His job drained him, his apartment was a mess, and his mind felt even messier. He was just not a morning person, or so he told himself. Then came the wake-up call. His manager told him his performance was slipping. It wasn't angry, but it was disappointed, and that hit Ethan hard. That night, feeling like he was wasting his life, he desperately searched online for a solution. Every article pointed to one thing: wake up early. He was skeptical, but with nothing to lose, he set his alarm for 5:30 a.m. The first morning was a battle. His brain screamed for the snooze button, but the fear of staying the same was stronger. He forced himself up. He sat in the pre-dawn silence, the world still quiet, and for the first time in ages, his mind wasn't racing. As sunlight filled the room, he felt a spark of peace. That small win was all he needed. At work, he wasn't magically a new person, but he was on time, his mind was clearer, and he felt a little more in control. Over the next week, those small wins started to add up. His new morning routine grew: a short walk, a few stretches, tidying up one small part of his apartment. And surprisingly, he wasn't tired, he was energized. His stress levels dropped, and even his boss noticed his newfound focus. For the first time in months, Ethan felt proud. He was building momentum. Then 3 weeks in, something happened that changed everything. It was a cold Friday morning, just after 5:30 a.m., during his usual walk. Suddenly, he heard a deafening crash behind him. A speeding car had jumped the curb, smashing into the exact spot where he would have been walking if he had woken up at his old time. Shattered glass covered the sidewalk where he used to rush to work. Ethan froze, his heart pounding in his chest. If he hadn't changed his routine, if he hadn't started waking up early, he might not be alive. That moment was more than a close call. It was a profound realization. Waking up early hadn't just made him more productive, it had literally saved his life. His mornings were no longer a chore. They were a gift. He started journaling, asking himself what he was grateful for, what his purpose was. He realized he had been merely surviving, not truly living. In the months that followed, a new Ethan emerged. His health improved, his confidence soared, and his apartment became a clean, peaceful sanctuary. With the quiet, creative hours of the early morning, he finally started working on his business idea. Clients started coming in. He even got a promotion at work. The biggest transformation, however, was internal. He felt alive again, like he was finally steering his own ship. Of course, life always throws you a test. One morning, his alarm failed, and he woke up at 8 a.m., just like he used to. Old panic flared for a second, but then he smiled. He wasn't waking up early out of pressure anymore. He was doing it out of purpose. He got up, made his bed, and went to work with the same energy he had built over months. The change wasn't just about the clock, it was inside him. Ethan later shared his story saying, "I didn't change my mornings. My mornings changed me." His story resonated with thousands because it was real. It wasn't about being perfect or waking up at 4 a.m. like a billionaire. It was about one person taking back control, one morning at a time. Not everyone's life will be saved by waking up early, but for Ethan, it was the doorway to a second chance. And it proves that sometimes, one small decision can completely rewrite your entire story. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.